Hi everyone, it's the AFL Yank back here again, and as I said in my promise in the description of the round 6 predictions I made, I am staying true to my words, and I am doing this much earlier than I usually do. I'm doing this very late Sunday night, like it's almost midnight, and yeah, I'm living up to my promise about doing my tipping video early, as in owing to doing rounds 5 and 6 really late. But yeah, so instead of using, well, I will be using Squiggle showing the ladder prediction. I'm showing off my AFL tipping page. But yeah, round 6 overview. I'm doing a slightly different, doing a very slightly different setup I've done as of recent, but yeah. This time I'm actually showing my tipping, basically my tipping predictions from last round. But yeah, so got the Dogs tip right. I had them winning by 59 points, but I think the margin was, well, the margin was obviously closer. I was 10 points off from actually tipping it right, but yeah, 49, well actually 20 points off. It was a 39-point win for the Dogs. Then I got the next 2 games wrong. The Cats absolutely destroyed the Eagles, just completely destroyed them. Just tore them a new one, my goodness. 97-point flogging of the Eagles, just showing how awful they are on the road. And then my Swans, we end up ending the streak of consecutive wins. We were undefeated on the road coming into this game, and yeah, just a massively disappointing game. Just massively disappointing. It was definitely a whimper of a game, honestly. Hell, I even cried during the live stream. If anyone saw it, well, 100+ people have seen it, so you might be familiar with it. My diehard fans probably know that they're familiar with it. But yeah, just a disappointing game. Last round, definitely a disappointment. Brisbane line. Then I tipped the lines correct. Had them win against Carlton. They got the job done. Prayers up for Lockie Neal though. The D's, I actually tipped the Tigers to win, but yeah, the D's ended up getting the job done, and really convincingly. But still gotta admit, the Swans, the way they got the job done, still gotta admit that the Swans fairly got the job done better than the D's, arguably. But yeah, a win's a win. Then I had the Dockers beating the Roos, and obviously it did happen. 51-point win at Authis Stadium. The Dockers have just been dominant as of late at home. Then I remember tipping the Adelaide Crows. I thought everyone was going crazy for tipping Hawthorn, but yeah, the Hawks got the job done, even with how red hot the Crows were. Especially in those brand new red hot jumpers they have. Damn. I gotta admit, those are pretty fresh. But yeah. Ugh, I don't know what the hell's wrong with my voice. But I apologize if sounds really odd. But yeah. Then I tipped the Pies to beat Essendon, and they clearly are on Anzac Day. And yeah, that didn't happen either. Oh my god. But yeah, the Pies, they laid a massive turd. So many fans depressed there. But yeah, the Dons, 24-point win against Collingwood. The Pies have just been awful. And then finally, Port defeating St. Kilda by almost 60 points. Just, what the hell happened to the Saints? They're literally the biggest one-hit wonder group that I've ever seen since Chumbawamba, maybe. But yeah. Anyways, On to round 7. This is going to be a really interesting round, honestly, looking at the games, but we'll have to see how this goes. But yeah, the Western Bulldogs against the Richmond Tigers. I'm really going to push for the Dogs here to win. Like, I'm just relatively confident that the Dogs will get the job done, honestly. Just the Tigers, when they face like an upcoming team that's been dominant, they've always lost, and once again, I think that'll stay true, and I got the Western Bulldogs winning. I got them actually winning by a pretty big margin, too. I got them winning by 30 points. That is the projected margin I have them winning by. Then we got the Gold Coast Suns versus Collingwood. The Pies have just been absolute shit as of late, and honestly, I'm not really that confident in the Pies winning. I'm actually going to go upset here, and I'm going to tip the Gold Coast Suns to win. Like, I just think they're the better side right now. Just the Pies have just been absolute shit as of late. And I think the Gold Coast Suns can actually get the job done. GWS versus Adelaide. The Crows coming off a massively disappointing loss against Hawthorn, losing by 3 points, especially with that hot start they had at the beginning of that game. And, yeah, this is going to be a really interesting game, definitely, for sure, between the Giants and the Crows, but to be honest, I think the Crows will get the job done here. Like, I think they're the better team right now, and I think the Crows could rebound. I mean, I gotta give credit. Riley Thilithorpe was incredible in his debut. Gotta give credit to that kid. He was just dominant. Especially along with Tex Walker. He's doing his thing. But yeah, I think the Crows will get the job done, especially with home ground advantage. Like, I just feel really confident in them. And, yeah. St. Kilda versus Hawthorn. The Hawks coming off a big win against the Crows, and St. Kilda, they're coming off a massive flogging by Port Adelaide. And the Saints, like, this one's a really tough game, to be honest. But I do think the Saints will get a win here. They definitely should be hungry for a win, and I just feel confident that the Saints will get the job done. But yeah. Then Port Adelaide versus the Brisbane Lions. This one's going to be a really entertaining game, honestly. And to be honest, I think the Power have the edge over the Lions. I know the Lions did lose Lachie Neale, and it is kind of a blow for them, but yeah. Even with him, I think the Power would still get the job done. But I have Port winning by, I think, 20 around, maybe 4 goals, I think, but I'm not sure. Then the SCG, it's the Sydney Swans versus the Geelong Cats. The Swannies obviously coming off a massively huge loss against Gold Coast. We just look so banged up right now. We just look so banged up. We look wrecked by injury, and it just seems like our game plan has just been collapsing. We're definitely missing Hickey and Rampy right now. I'm just not really looking confident in the Swans right now, to be honest. I'll admit it, I just do not feel this. I'm just not really feeling confident right now. We just do not look very good right now. As of late, it just feels like the cookie's crumbling. It really does. But yeah. I feel like if I get doubtful and stuff, I think the Swans will eventually, if I act doubtful this round, I'm just hoping that the Swans get their stuff together. It's happened to me before. I can get doubtful and pessimistic over a team, and they eventually get their woes figured out. I'll admit I'm gonna tip the Cats this round. I'm also scared because they had that huge win against the Eagles. It just kind of scares me, and especially with how noticeably poor we've been at home early on here. But we'll see what happens. Maybe if I just get doubtful, maybe some good luck will happen. I mean, it's happened to the Lakers. It's happened to me with the Lakers. But we'll see what happens. I feel a little bit down, but I think, like, in the inner part of me, I just really hope the best happens with the Swans. Like, just an inner part of me really hopes for the best to happen. And it worked, like, the first couple games of the season, obviously. It definitely worked in the first 3 games. Yes, and especially the 4th against Essendon, but you could make some arguments that we probably should have lost that game. But we'll see what happens. The big questions are definitely going to be, is Buddy Franklin coming back this round? Like, I believe he was set to be out for like 2-3 weeks or something, but we'll see what happens. But I just feel like the Swans we just feel like nothing without Rampy and Hickey. They've been huge key parts of why we started out so hot, and just seeing them go down, it really hurts. Like, it definitely hurts us. We should see McCartan back, which is a plus, but George Hewitt out, it's going to definitely... But the likability of George Hewitt possibly being out is definitely also going to sting. It's really going to be a stinger, but we'll see what happens. And Heaney didn't really play that well. And Heaney, unfortunately, didn't really play that well. I mean, he still did get that great goal. He did get a really good goal early on, but yeah, even with the glove, it seems like he's having trouble marking. Like, it seems like his hand's still aching, but we'll see what. But yeah, still, just gotta hope for the best. Even me tipping the Cats, I just still gotta hope for the best. I mean, it's happened before. Like, I get all doubtful, and the Swans surprise me. Like, it happened to me. It happened in round 1. I'm undefeated tipping against the Swans, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully the best. I am really hoping for the best to happen, though, to be honest. But, yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. Then, the D's against the Roos. This is absolutely no surprise. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding, guys. The D's are going to probably win by, like, I have them winning huge. Like, I see, like, a maybe 80-point win for the D's or something like that. Like, I could see an 80-plus point win for the D's. Like, the Roos are absolute shit. Like, there is absolutely no way that the D's drop this game. Like, absolutely no way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Then, I got a game, and the next is a game that I think will be a very entertaining one. Essendon versus Carlton. This is definitely going to be a really entertaining game, in my opinion. 2 sides, relatively similar. But even with that, I think the Dons get the job done in a very, very tight game. Like, I just think Essendon might pull off this one. I just oddly feel confident about them. But, yeah. And then finally, it is the big showdown in the West, out in the West Coast. The big Western Australia showdown between the West Coast Eagles and the Fremantle Dockers. This is going to be a really entertaining game. 2 sides that have been absolutely dominant in Western Australia. This is definitely going to be a beatdown between both these sides, and I think it'll be a really entertaining game. But to be honest, I think the side that I'm actually going to pick an upset here. I am going for Freo to win this game. Just the Eagles have, like, even with how strong the Eagles have been, I just have an urging confidence that I think Freo could actually get the job done. But we'll have to see what happens. Anything could happen. But I just have a feeling of confidence that the Dockers get past the Eagles, who are recovering from a horrible loss against Geelong. Just an absolutely horrible loss against the Cats. Like, I just think the Dockers could pull off the upset. Like, I just have a inner feeling of confidence in me about the Dockers. But yeah. So anyways, guys, there's my tips for this round. Saving the tips, and I'm going to quickly show off my projected ladder according to Squiggle. But yeah. But yeah, Western Bulldogs first, D second, Port third, Geelong fourth, Freo fifth, Sydney sixth, Adelaide seventh, Gold Coast eighth, Richmond ninth, Brisbane 10th, Essendon 11th, West Coast 12th, St Kilda 13th, Carlton 14th, GWS 15th, Hawthorn 16th, Collingwood 17th, and North Melbourne in 18th. So yeah, that is my tipping predictions for round 7. I definitely owe this to you guys over how late I've been most of the time, but I'm really confident that this will be a really entertaining quarter, honestly. Well, really entertaining round, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm the AFL Yank, and I'm hoping to see you soon. I'm most likely going to be doing a live stream later this week, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. I've posted a couple of like Sydney Swans related stuff and all that goodness. And anyways, guys, I'm the AFL Yank, signing out.